I spent the last week learning Unity and building video games in AI, and for some reason it got me thinking about Skyrim and game design. You see, I have trouble sleeping sometimes, and the only thing that seems to work is extremely detailed, hour-long lore videos on The Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5. So if the rumors are true about the Oblivion remake, it's going to be a great year for sleep for me. Playing Skyrim as a kid was completely transformational, and it opened me up to the power of video games in a way that few games since have been able to do. And going back through to play Oblivion and Morrowind makes me wonder if there's something that's been lost when it comes to game design. Somehow, Morrowind perfected something in 2002 that I feel like hasn't been replicated since. It's a truly free open world RPG where player choice is enormous. You can do whatever you want. The world feels real, and there's tons of different characters to meet and interact with in intuitive and dynamic ways. It's not 2002 anymore though. The world feels much different, and I think we can make a lot of parallels between the state of the film industry and the current video game industry. In the same way that movies have become larger in terms of their budgets, video games have also ballooned into becoming enormous financial projects. Some AAA games cost hundreds of millions of dollars to produce and promote. And so I think as a result, the video game industry has lost its spark in a little way, similar to the way that the film industry has. Earlier this year, I made a video all about Neon, which, if you haven't heard of it, is one of the most interesting companies in independent film distribution. And they recently just took home the Oscar for Best Picture. And I think just like how the indie space in film is really where a lot of exciting stuff is happening, the same is true for video games. Since embarking on a journey of game development over the past 2 weeks, I've learned some of the basics of Unity, but it's gonna take a lot longer for me to actually build a game in it. That's why I really like playing around with Rosebud AI, because I feel like I can learn a little bit of the basics when it comes to video game mechanics, quickly iterating on ideas using basic text prompts without needing to know how to code. It's this AI platform that lets you build simple JavaScript games that are perfect for browsers, and I'll leave a link to it in the description. My long-term goal is to create a game that is as impactful as some of my favorites. And even though we live in a crazy world that's hard to predict, I do think that video games are going to have a bright future, despite some pretty rough patches this year. There's a general sense of disappointment, I feel, from a lot of AAA releases, and these past few years, video game developers have been hit pretty hard by layoffs. There's this fantastic presentation that goes into the current state of the video game industry, so I'll leave that in the comments if you're interested. To say that AI is going to unlock new ways of developing video games would be a little bit misleading, because AI is central to video games and has been empowering video game developers for decades. I still remember the first time I heard about OpenAI. It was in 2012 for the International for Dota 2, when its AI-powered Shadow Fiend beat Dendi, one of the best players in the world, in a 1v1. I didn't realize at the time what kind of future that was portending. But years before that, in 2002, Bethesda was developing its own system for a Radiant AI that would give every NPC in Oblivion its own little piece of agency. And years from now, when artificial intelligence is more fully integrated into video games, I can only imagine what kind of experiences are going to be possible. Imagine an AI-powered RPG where you can seamlessly interact with the environment and different characters, which can spontaneously react to you. Right now, it's just a fantasy, but I think it's a future that we're heading towards. So which one's going to come first? Artificial general intelligence or The Elder Scrolls 6? Let me know what you think in the comments. This was kind of a rambly video, so let me know if you enjoyed it or not. I'm going to be releasing weekly updates as I try and learn video game development, so let me know what you want to see. And if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.